come all on time. So cool. So we are on time. 6:30 for all people who travel constantly. Is that okay? Wait, probably it's okay.
It's kind of in the middle, but it's okay.
We'll see.
I feel like it's going to be in the middle for something.
Yeah, for somebody. So I took just a sheet for everyone here, so you can just pass them around, please. And then we can maybe pass around there some of the pens, so just so everybody can have a pen. Thank you, Lisa. So it's so nice to be back at Rome for a few week process. So some of you will be here for all this time, for like all the 4 sessions, and some of you may be here only 1 session. So it depends, like some people are coming also just next week, or it depends how it goes. But you can do all of them or just one, but each of them has like a specific purpose. Okay. So first, some of you don't know me yet. Some of you are very familiar with me and know me for already a few years, like Giuliano. And so I will just tell you a few words about myself, and then I want to hear a little bit about all of you, and then we go through the journey. Okay? So I was born in Switzerland. That's why I have a French accent so strong. And I began to roam in my life quite at a young age. First between 2 families, even though it was in the same village, but it was 2 families, like 2 realities, like almost you take 2 roles as a child already, because you take one role with a side of the family, with your mother and her husband and all that, which expects certain things from you, so you have to learn that role. And then you shift and you go to the role of your dad with his wife and the other family and the other kids, and you learn another role. So I think I really learned to roam quite at a very early age, to pass from one side to the other and explore different ways to be. And then I left my family at 17 because I was a little confused with all that, and I began to do my own journey. And I was very, very sensitive. I'm a woman who is super duper sensitive, emotional, and all that. So working in the system for me was really hard. It really didn't fit me well. So, and I noticed I had a lot to learn about myself too, to see who I am and what I'm here for. And I always thought like I don't really fit into a system structure the way everybody goes, like at first it was not working for me already in those time. And I think the people at Rome also don't feel so much that they would fit just into 4 walls from 9 to 5 and that's it. It's like another way to be, but like 25 years ago was a little not really accepted yet or quite brand new. Now it's more useful, people are more used to it. But it's really like noticing that I needed to be into the right frequency and follow a purpose, follow an intention, follow a path. So I began to do holistic therapies. And at 22 already, I was independent with my own space for holistic therapy in Switzerland, which were accredited by health insurance already in that time, 1992. And then I did my first trip to Bali, which was very different in those years. And then I felt like I needed to travel more. So I built up more of my practice and my confidence into my skill, and I began to travel with just one-way plane tickets and one-way buses. And my first really long trip lasted 2.5 years to turn around the world without seeing anybody of my family. But I kept learning from different healing methodologies, tradition and all that all over. So, and then I went back to Europe after 2.5 years, and then I felt like I had to still go back. Like for me, I always perceive that actually we are all connected in a certain sense. It's not only into the physical realm. It's just sometimes you think about someone and you almost feel that can happen. So this process, my journey continued through the years, and then after many years of practice, learning from shamans, learning from healers, learning from gurus, learning different methodologies, I came together to put together a program that just integrate like a very simple way to follow your own way. Because many people look at path, what is my path? But you are on your path already. Why do you need to seek a path out there? If you want to look for your path, you already are on the path. You are maybe at a crossroad, not really knowing where to go, but you are already on your path. So what I offer here is like a map so that you can travel your own journey and explore a little bit more where you are, where you come from, and where you want to go. So it's more like a mapping on your own path. I'm not coming to tell you what to do and what's your journey, and I'm not here to sell you a path, okay? Because mine is mine. And even mine just continue to go to places is so, continue to surprise me. And I don't really know where it goes. Because I'm mainly leading everything through the intention. And it's like you are guided through your life. You always have signs and symbols along your life that just tell you it's here, it's not there. And you can really follow that trail. And that's what we will speak about tonight. How you can follow really your path, mainly through intention, while honoring your family, while still having your resources and your life together, because we are not people who are like vagabonds, just flowing around. We need a good base. Hello? We need a good base, we need a good foundation. You can take a chair. So we need resources. We need also to have connection with your family, with our friend, with those bonding. We need also to have a purpose in our life. It's not just like, great, I'm going there because I saw a picture on Facebook. It can be cool, but it's a little empty sometimes, you know? So we'll speak tonight, it's more about the intention along your journey and how you could lead through that and move along it, okay? But before I go forward, I just would like to hear everybody's name. I know most of you, but not all of you. So you can just tell me your name and what really inspired you to come here tonight.
Okay. So if I start.
Yes.
My name is Catherine. I'm from Peru, and I am here because I am very interested about developing my spiritual part, and yeah, that's what got me here.
Wonderful. It's interesting to come from Peru to Miami to explore your spiritual part. Usually people are the opposite. They go from Miami to Peru to try to find the spiritual.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful to meet you here because I went to Peru so long time. So it's a beautiful decision.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Dee Margaret, and I came here tonight because I do follow a gardening lifestyle. So I am interning with Christelle right now at this moment. Just here, being in the journey, in the path.
Thank you. So I met Dee Margaret here when I did a talk a few months ago, last year I think. And then we both disappeared our path, and then suddenly reconnected, and now she's going to be a one who may speak here soon. So congratulations.
I'm Luisa, and I came here because I love hearing Christelle talk. And she inspires me.
Thank you.
I'm Mayor. I'm here to learn more about what the Army is. Honestly, never heard of it before, so just curiosity mostly.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Giuliano. I am here for many reasons. I did the training of the Dami with Christelle a few years ago, and I'm coming back here to do some continuing education. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming.
I'm Michelle, and I'm here because I set up the event with Christelle, and I'm really interested in what you have to say, and also I'm really interested in kind of mapping out my life and having that, clear picture in my head at the moment, because there's a lot of decisions I want to make. Thank you.
My name is Quentin, and I'm here tonight because I've been traveling around for about a year now, and the title just really like kind of made me want to come. So it's perfect. So.
Thank you for coming.
I'm Lorenzo, and I'm here because I know Christelle now also from my time in Rome, but I've never actually been at a session like this with you. So I wanted to, that's why I'm here.
Thank you for coming. We change from our swim and run.
Yeah.
So, we'll have 4 classes, because I'm here just for a month. Usually I need a place for a whole month to work on the moon cycles. And all that approach is based on the principle of nature. Somehow I didn't really invent anything. I learned, and I did put together a recipe that integrates the power of nature and how we as human beings can reconcile our own rhythm with the rhythm of nature. And so the moon cycles are taken in consideration, which is more the feminine energy. So today we're into waning moon, so it's more clearing time. So today we'll speak more about clearing. What is it you need to clear from your life that may inhibit to access purely onto your intention? Then next week we'll go more into the renewal. It's like what is really that new plant you want to really, really focus on. And that will be next week with a new moon. And then we'll have a manifestation. It's really about how to build around it, to make it grow fully into your life. And then on the full moon is the time of integration. And then afterwards, we go back to new cycles over and over again. There is also the cycle of the sun that we take in consideration with 3 seasons, 4 seasons, 3 months each. And that's also a cycle that we take always in consideration. You can pass by or stay or move along. So it's more really about... Hi. Nice to meet you. So the season are also another aspect, but is another level we can see another time. All the teachings are based on the elements. Because we are human beings, we're incarnated into this physical body. So we can be great spiritual. I did so many retreats and ceremonies and all things like that, which has been so clearing, so opening spiritually. And then I was even guiding people in those retreats. So you take people for a week, you take people for months, you go all the way out there. That was my main activities around 18 years ago and 15 years ago. But then many times I saw people going back to life and feeling a little lost. So they were just back to life and they were like, oh my God, when is the next time I can go to my spiritual life? So then we began to do a lot of retreat and seminar in the city. So I was beginning to do both, retreat in nature and seminar in the city. And then I was like, yeah, but it would be even better to have even more guidance for your everyday life. Like something that you know you can really practice and integrate more and more. Still go to retreats, it's amazing, please do so. It's really worth it. And come back to also work, it's also worth it. But what you want to see is what would be somehow a bridge. Many times when we go most to like spiritual, we connect a lot with the ether. It's like we try to transcend, we try to clarify, we want to go towards another state and just be free of thoughts, free of emotion, free of all that, and we're just like, wow, into that beautiful bubble, which feels really amazing. And then we come back to reality. What do I do with it? So, this is a reality. This higher level is completely real. So people say, I have to go back to reality after they do a meditation, or after they do a retreat, or after they do all type of practice. But it is real. It's as real as the other one. It's not that one is more real than the other one. Like we just spoke before, what is reality, what is illusion? You know, it's for you to choose. Even like if you dream a lot at night, it's as real as your day. How many hours do you sleep and dream? You spend a lot of time there. So it is also part of our reality. So we are going to speak about this level that is more the etherical. It's not really something you see, objectively, but it's something that happens at another dimension. Okay? Then we have the air. The air, it's mainly related to your thoughts, is your thought process. It's how you think and how you perceive life. And if you think that life in Miami is terrible, it's so much concrete, it's like all destruction, that's what it is for you. If you come to Miami and you say there is so much art and so much beauty and so much creativity, and that's all what you are going to see around here, because there is plenty of that. If reality when you are here is mainly about, I see nature, we can go and swim in the ocean, we can go and paddleboard, we can go into the little area of jungle mode, into all the trees around the grove and all that. That's your reality. You can experience all that, just walking around and being around the peacocks all around, and it's still Miami. You can find amazing people, spiritual movement, you can find almost everything you want. But that's not only the reality of Miami, it's also the reality of many places. I've seen people sometimes traveling to try to get away from something, or to get away from someone. And it's just like, yeah, I just need to go because I know somewhere else is better. Like your mind is always thinking somewhere else is better. It's maybe better for a few days, a few weeks, and then suddenly you experience again similar situations. Why? It's mainly because also of your state of mind. Your approach, how you go there. Your expectation, and where is the mindset. So the air element is a lot about that, about the mind, about where is your thought, where are your mind, where do you bring attention in the day. Many people are bringing attention to the computer, to the phone, to the selfie, but you can also bring attention about the air you breathe around you. You can bring attention about who is around you. You can bring out attention about the culture around, and in the air, it's a lot about the cultural environment you live in. It's also about understanding the sense of mindfulness around you, in which place we are, which are they like-minded people or not. So it's also a lot of aspects going on now, which we see a lot with the air, but also with the whole integration of the frequency. And I was just at a summit in Berlin just a few months ago, with people really working with like very profound healing programs and resorts all over the world. And what happened is we really noticed that it's not about demographic. It's not about where you are from exactly only. It's not about if you're married or not. It's not about how many kids you have. It's not about how much money or how many houses you have. It's not anymore so much about demographic. It's mainly about psychographic. And that's something that I could notice a lot at Rome. I feel like Rome has really that aspect that people come here and somehow they connect. They can be different age, coming from different places around the world, speaking different language, and there is somehow suddenly people connected. And finding like an interest in common. Or I have come here and suddenly I have a thought, I need to know more about how I could connect through internet. And I just find the right person exactly that. That's what they do, and they need something I can do. It's like it's all this like, where's your mindset? You know, it's really about that frequency, about that thought, what you seek, where your mind is. So the air is a lot about the mind. The ether is all the mind somehow. It's when you already don't even think so much. You are into that pure, clear intention alignment, like almost dreamy like space. The air is a lot of the reflection, but it also has the conscious and the subconscious a lot working into that level. Okay. So we all have a mind to work with, and that's part of the journey. Another part of the journey that we need in order to align with the frequency is our action, our behavior. Have you seen sometimes you say, I'm not going to smoke again? I don't know if some of you have smoke. And suddenly you find yourself with a cigarette in the hand again, and you're like, what are you doing there? Has that happened? Maybe not to anybody who hasn't smoked here. Or suddenly you say, I'm not going to call that person again, and I know in my intention I need to stay into that positive vibe. And suddenly you find yourself pushing it. And you're like, oops, what did I do? Is the behavioral pattern. That's your movements, that's your action, that's where you take leadership, that's where you go. You know, sometimes the voice says something, is that mine, and you are drifting somewhere else. I'm sure that has happened to many of you. And there is also another technique that is good with that. It's like if you say, I'm going to do something, just count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. Go right in action. It's what the parents say to all the kids before they just jump in the pool, you know? But it's the same you can say to yourself in the morning, you know? From the air, you clarify, and then just tap, 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 and go to action. Move. Take the leap. Take the action into it. Okay? But many times the fire needs to be reprogrammed because our feelings have been hurt, or we don't believe really anymore about our purpose, our motivation. And that happened to you sometimes. You're super motivated, inspired to do something, and somebody is just there and push you down. You know, okay, and your fire stops. I have experienced that a few times in my life, but somehow I kept going. And I'm glad I did, because thanks to that I'm here with all of you and I can share what I can share. But that's that fire. Who does it believe in? Your action. What do they believe in? Can you go into your spark? Can you go into what inspires you and motivates you? Or do you have so many thoughts that turns it down? You can see this interrelationship between the head and the heart, and between your movement. And sometimes it's like a flush of motivation that makes you that you don't think anymore. Which sometimes is this one taking over this one a little too much. Some people who have this over-passionate action that can happen. When we go into the water, it's very good for Miami, Florida. It's a lot of water all around. We go into the water, we meet also this frequency of the water is a little different. And it's more the flow of your emotions. And it goes a lot with the gut feeling and your emotional intelligence in life. So that emotional intelligence is the part of how you feel emotionally, how you channel your emotions, how you consider your emotions. So somehow many times with our own emotion we have a behavior the way our parents had with us as we were a kid, because it's the inner child speaking. So sometimes we have the emotion saying, but I shouldn't do there, it doesn't feel right. And then we have the other one say, you have to go, you have to do it anyway. So sometimes we take action into doing something because we have said it, and sometimes the water is maybe not the time yet. Maybe I need to really share a little bit more emotional time at this moment. Or maybe I needed to listen to my intuition. I need to take a moment to just assimilate. But like in America, most of the time it's eating on the go, no? How many people still sit and eat? And again, Rome has a good thing here. You have a great kitchen and then everybody wants to share. So that helps so much. Because sometimes if you live alone, or you live just on the go between work and just here and there, and you don't have like that emotional environment, I'm like promoting Rome at the time. You don't have that emotional connections around, you sometimes don't take time. And here you almost feel inspired to take the time to cook, because everybody does a little bit of that. So, and they would sit and eat most of the time, and share for a moment, to speak together during that time. So there is this moment of like flow, of connection, feeling of emotional connectedness, of quality time. And that water is really important in that sense of, if you have an intention, still listen to your intuition. Observe how it feels. And some people have noticed they were more productive working while being for months at Rome, or a month working from home even, than working in an office. Why? because they take a moment to just breathe air. They take a moment to do things like or exercise with the people or share and motivate each others without just the pressure that you have to do the job. And they feel also that connection of the water, that flow, that interpersonal connection with others. And that sometimes you can take a break, it's okay. You can just walk around. Sometimes I was here, you just go on the phone, and you just walk around the oval space that there is here, and you just like take a moment to cool down a little, and then you clear. And then you go back to action. And you have cleared this stress or emotional pressure that you may experience into your life. Into the earth is your base. Is how to tune into your foundation. Again, into the emotion, there is a lot of aspect that comes from the emotional ghost, like the emotional body is very much trained, like we have those comfort space emotion. That many times we're attracted by things that's awakening a certain sensation, even if it's not good, but that's what we know. It's comfortable.